It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
You know who it is. The one, the only upset specialist in the house, Thomas Boykin.
Yes, sir, Mr. Thomas Boykins, Mr. Upset Special. This is your boy Mike Jones, straight out of Tennessee. Let's go.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, NBA Finals,
Let's
man.
get it. Let's get
Game
it.
two last night, fellas. If you all was watching that game last night, I'm telling you, we talked a little bit earlier before the game, Mr.
Sure.
Boykin, and we said that OKC would bounce back, and they did just that, winning the game 123 to 107. Fellas, as you watch that game, what do you think about this series? Do you think now that OKC has won game two, do you think that they send a message for game three, or do you think that Indiana will bounce back now that the series is going to go over to Indianapolis?
Well, let's say this. OKC figured them out game two. They locked them down. The bench came to play. Everybody participated, and they were energized by the crowd. You look at Shea 30 points, but 5 other players with 15. That's a lot of production out of one team, bro. You're not going to lose many games with that much production, so kudos to them. Game 3, however, look for Indiana to respond. They may not win, but they're going to respond in a big way because I think what they did to Indiana was kind of embarrassed them a little bit. So they're going to come out with a little guns blazing game 3. I look for a much tighter game. I'm looking for a game like game 1 where you're looking at a buzzer beater. What you got on it, Mike Jones?
Yeah, hey man, I'm gonna tell you, yesterday was black. I mean, it was like there was no I think, man, Indiana got to figure out a way to figure out how to stop getting behind. You know what I'm saying? They got behind in the first game and they won the first game. I get the scrappiness of them. But when you get behind, man, that exerts so much energy from all your stars and stuff like that. And then you got Halliburton, man, he limping off his post interview and stuff like that, man. So, it's not looking good, man. But at the end of the day, um, Indiana has got to figure out how to sit and stop SGA. That is the next Jordan.
You're
He
not
is a
going to
Jordan.
stop. You're not going
You
to stop
got to
it.
figure out how to stop that dude. And then when you stop him, you got to be able to stop them 7-footers. Them other players is on the wing that just sitting there and is wide open. I've never seen some. Indiana defense sucks, guys. I've never seen a defense suck so bad. Hey, Jeff, you talk about your Indiana, how scrappy it is, and they ain't scrappy, but they ain't got no scrap, they ain't got no Scooby, they ain't got no scrap or nothing. There ain't nothing I seen
Oh,
the word they can
Scooby,
stop.
man.
They can't stop a pole man sitting for robbing a grocery store. I'm
Hey,
telling
Mike.
you.
Hey, Mike Jones. I will say this. SGA is the problem. They're focusing on if the defense is collapsing on SGA and they're leaving those shooters open. And you cannot leave OKC shooters open from the 3-point line. They're gonna make you pay every time.
Correct. But if you Shay and you know this, I'm going to keep penetrating and dishing because if you're going to keep collapsing on me, I'm going to keep kicking it out. And not to mention, his float game is not bad at all. So he don't have no problem going to the paint and throwing up a floater. So the problem is the matchup. Who do you put the matchup on SGA? But at the same point, who do you put on Halliburton? Because Halliburton is doing damage too.
Hey, who you put on Williams? And who do you put on all 5?
I'm
Who
gonna
do you
tell you
put on
like
all
this,
5?
and you heard it first from the upset specialist. I'm gonna tell you like this here. The sleeper in this series When he wakes up, there will be no stopping OKC. If Mr. Holmgren wakes up offensively, there is no answer from Indiana.
And I said this too, Tom. I thought he played sleep the first game, the
Yep.
second game. I
Yep.
said the same thing.
When he
I
wakes
just
up and
don't.
decides to get in the game, Indiana's going to have a major, major problem.
Hey, on the flip side, though, I'm going to go with this, though. If Turner can get a little something going in the post, Turner can
Yeah.
get a little something.
Yeah.
What's his Neesmith? Neesmith?
Neesmith. Yeah.
Neesmith, he's gotta do a better job guarding
I'm going to tell you
SGA.
like this.
He's gotta do a better job.
To your point, the problem with your boy is he's inconsistent. That center from Indiana,
To my Turner.
Turner is real inconsistent. He might turn around and play good one game, and then
he's got to. He got to turn up though.
Yeah, but if you're trying to win a championship, we already know Halliburton can score. We already know you got a couple of guys that can score. You got to add yourself in the mix with that, just to put your team in a better place to win. The longer you sleep, the harder it's going to be for you.
Now, listen. I'm going to tell you something, guys, Jeff and Tom. You know the thing that bothers me with Indiana, and I've been saying this, they've been doing it all series from Cleveland all the way up to where they at now. I think they get in too much of a rush. They get too much of a rush. They like this running and stuff, and I just watched so many turnovers that they were just coming down, they were just rushing. Man, slow your butt down and then get the ball to the right person. And then with your boy Halliburton, sometimes, man, he be doing some old. I don't know what he be doing from an offensive standpoint. Man, he be doing some old stuff, man. Shoot. And then they say, well, he ain't a great shooter. Okay, well, what are you doing, man? Some unorthodox stuff, and I get it. Should if you got it to you, if it got you guys to this point, but they've got to get some more, slow the ball down a little bit, and stop engaging in what Oklahoma City is doing. Oklahoma City is running. They're running a defense. If you ever watch it, Thomas, and you ever seen they sit up there and they'll bring three of their guards and just put them at the free throw line and spread them out. You ever seen it?
1-3.
And they just stop and got. I don't know what defense is that called. Tom, you a defensive. You a basketball.
Most of the time, that sounds like a 3-2.
It's almost like a 1-3-1. I don't know what you.
No, if they're putting 3 across, they're probably running a 3-2.
I was in a 3-2-1 and something guarding somebody. Then you got 3, and then you got somebody just guarding somebody
because
down there.
Most of the time, if you look at how the set is run, you're spread out from free throw line across, and you got 2 down low. So that's basically your 3-2, and everything is a rotation to cut down corners, and you gotta watch the middle because the middle is gonna be your soft spot.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just saying. They got to figure out that philosophy and then just come down and your boy, he's catching the ball. Halliburton, he's coming. And when they catch the ball, and I get it, they're getting rid of the ball quick. And the announcer said, spoke about, they don't hold on to the ball quick. They're getting rid of it quick. Yeah, but they're getting rid of it quick, but they're making turnovers. Stop turning the freaking ball over. Sit up there and take your time. Get it into your big dog. Kick it back out, and then maybe score.
He says,
I mean, so to me, you don't need that game. Listen. Indiana do not need to play a high tempo game to where the score is going to be in the high
120s, 130s.
Yeah.
But they've been doing that all year.
Hey, try and make it a 70, 80 point game.
You
muddy it up.
No, you ain't gonna play that game.
That's not happening.
You play that game, you playing right in the OKC hands.
Muddying it up.
Yep, you playing right in OKC hands, you muddy it up. You playing right in their hands.
You agree with that, Jeff?
Fellas, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think that both of these teams we know they can run.
Oh,
The
without
the
question.
the problem is when you look at Indiana, and I watch all of this stuff. When you look at Indiana on their offense, when they run in their offensive sets, they struggle harder to score in the paint because of that defense. You know, OKC
Like,
got that number one defense.
and because they're
Then when you
long and
look at
tall.
when OKC go down and they ain't running their offense, look at SGA is able to operate, man, anywhere he wants to on that floor. And dish if he can't get a shot off, dish it out to somebody, you know, and they always leaving these shooters open around 3-point line, or they swing that ball till they get somebody open, man. OKC offense is coming easier than Indiana's, but both of them guys both can run. They both can run. I think that Indiana just need to pick and choose when they run. That's what they got to
That's the
do.
key. That is the key.
Hey Tom, let me ask you a question real quick.
Go
What
ahead.
type of defense is Indiana running to prevent SGA from getting to his spots?
Look, last night they didn't play zero.
They play cover zero.
They played zero. That dude was getting off anything he wanted to get off.
He was getting to his spots easy, right?
He was getting anything he wanted. So the defense that was non-existent.
He was looking like Michael Jordan out there. He was just going to a spot, pulling. He was looking like Kobe. He was looking more like Kobe. And I ain't gonna say he Mike, but he was looking more like Kobe. He just going to a spot and he was pulling up.
And he can do that. He's that gifted a player where he could do that. But you got to understand too. If you go pound for pound, player for player, bench to bench, OKC is clearly more dominant. Clearly, it's not even close. It's just a matter of them going out and playing. But if you match apples to apples, oranges to oranges, they don't match up well at all.
Well, Tom, this is what I'm trying to get. This is what I'm trying to talk to you about, man. What do you do on defense?
It's almost to a point where, like you said, you might have to muck it up and slow it down and make them play half-court defense. You might have to make Oklahoma City, which they don't have a problem doing, but the problem is, here's the biggest NBA problem you got. Everybody wants to be unselfish, and there's a point where they're too unselfish. If you get a ball and you get a wide open shot, and you know you are a proven scorer, why am I going to pass that shot? Oh, because he got a better shot in the corner. Why? I'm a better shooter. Why? That's like saying Michael Jordan's going to pass up a layup to give it to Scotty to shoot a three. We know that's not happening.
But let's listen though, Tom and Jeff. What you were just saying, Jeff, you was talking, Tom, you just alluded to it just a minute ago, that they both can get up and down the court. But like Tom just said a minute ago, you might have to mutter it up because when they running and Indiana's coming down and I just watch Indiana just come down and just throw the ball away like it is nobody business. If Siakam is not getting a good shot, they just coming out, they just wasting. They just wasting money. They just throwing money away. And then you come back to Oklahoma City, then they coming out, they got so when your stuff is like out of control, people are wide open for Oklahoma City. That's why I say you sit and you slow the game down. You sit up there and you muddy it up. Make them get it from some other kind. Make Hogan get it from the
Well,
make him
why? You know why it gets played at a fast pace? Think about it now. If you're from a coaching standpoint, if you're playing fast pace, could it be Oklahoma City's making you play fast pace?
No, I don't think so. I think that's just Indiana. They did against Boston. I mean, they did against Cleveland. That's just who they are.
It's Cleveland. Cleveland wasn't geared to stop running gun.
What, Boston? The Knicks? That's just who they were.
Boston couldn't handle people just being scrappy. New York was just scrappy. and they
Okay,
did everything to scratch and claw. And like you said, to your point, they mucked up that game and muddied it down and watered it down to where it wasn't no high scoring series. Think about it.
yeah,
Didn't nobody hardly score 100 points that series.
but here's the deal. Here's the deal. Now I can't speak on by teams. They show some teams that played against Oklahoma City, and for their run to get to the finals.
Without question.
But here's the deal: you gotta sit up there and you gotta do something different, man. Yeah,
You
and I
got to.
know, look, Tom, man, and we agree. And you sit and say this all the time. You preach to me all the time, man. Don't change up who you are if that's what it took to get you to this point. But man, as we can see after man, they loved up and won that first game. I don't know how they won that first game. I mean, but can they sit and do it again? Or was it just a fluke that Oklahoma City won this game, second game?
Well, keep in mind too, Oklahoma City's not a is still a really good road team. Don't get it twisted. Oklahoma City's a really, really talented road team. So if they ain't careful, they're prone to get blowed out again, game 3. If they ain't careful. So I mean, you don't think, like I said, Shaden went off, but ain't nobody else. Ain't nobody else went off to the point where Shea be like, you know what? I can chill and let them go off, and I can chill.
Jeff Jones.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You talk about the scrappiness of this Indiana Pacers team. And granted, they lost this second game, but guess what? They stole the game. Can they go when the game go back to Indiana? Can Indiana pick up to where they need to be with this scrappiness and win this?
Indiana is a tough team at home.
Yep,
You know,
exactly.
truthfully, I think they're gonna split at home. I think they're gonna take the next game at home. But I think that OKC gonna win the second game that they play in Indianapolis. I think you get just listen to you guys talk. Truthfully, I think what Indiana need to do is let SGA do his thing and try to lock down everybody else. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
tell you
that's
like
nice.
this: the upset specialist in me is telling me this. OKC's gonna send a message game 3, and they're
You
gonna
said the
come
message
out.
yesterday.
They're gonna, yeah, but hear me out. They're gonna go to Indiana and send a message game 1 that we're taking home court advantage back, and we're gonna put the monkey on your back to win game 4. That's where Indiana's gonna win game 4.
Hmm. Like I said,
Because really,
I just
Indiana ain't
think
got nothing to lose. Really,
no, they don't. The
they
Indiana is
playing.
the
They playing.
underdog in this.
Indiana's playing with house money right now.
Yeah, but Indiana gotta play good with that house money, man. You just can't come
Hey,
out there just
hey,
listen, man. Halliburton is I love you, man, because he's not a great shooter. Shoot, Thomas, I think you shoot better than him. That's just my opinion.
you ain't.
But he is a creator. You know what I'm saying? He's a creator with the ball.
See, they got one sleeper. They got one sleeper that they don't use to score, and he can score, but they don't use him.
Who that?
Obi Toppin.
Yeah, but hey, Topper, man, I watched him, man, the other night, man. He turned the ball over 5 straight times in a row.
No, this is what I'm saying to you. You got to get Obi the ball in Obi spots, not force Obi to do something you don't want to do. You got to get
Yeah,
Obi the ball in his spots. Same way
yeah.
you
Well,
do with same way you do with Siakam. You don't give Siakam the ball not in his spot. Give it to him in his spot.
hey, I'm gonna tell you. We talk about Indiana. Indiana does not win this series if Siakam
No,
doesn't be if
no,
Siakam doesn't be a 25 plus player. And not only that, give me the rebounds. Give me like Siakam. He's got to give me 10. He got to be a 20 10.
no, no,
And he's got
no,
to give me the assist. He got to be a 20
no,
10
bro.
six player.
Nah, bro. He got to be bigger than that. He got to be bigger than that. Think about it. OKC is long all in all 5 positions. They long. everybody got the rebound. He's the strongest rebounder. Siakam's going to have to pull down at least 15 boards. At least. At minimum, 15 boards.
What did I say? 10?
Yep. He got to come down
Yeah,
with
I agree with you. I agree with you, Tom. About 15. About 15. Yeah.
He got
What about
to go
6?
15.
What
At
about
least.
6?
Assists, I believe that your boy got to make smarter decisions. Like you said, he got to make smarter decisions with the ball. Point blank.
Hey, but look, on
You
the
got to
cool,
value possession of the orange.
on the cool, do you think this win, for them to win the series, Siakam has got to be somewhere in this guy, the key player, somewhere in all of
How,
this.
Siakam's going to have to go for about close to 30 almost every game.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
But
Yeah.
Holly gonna have to back him though. He
Yeah,
can't do it by
exactly.
himself.
Halliburton and other shooters still got to support that for him to get that off.
I don't think Halliburton got to be that guy. I think you need them other role players to set up, like Tom said, what Toppin, whatever his name is. I think you got to have other players to step up.
Always. Now,
And that white dude, I'm finna tell you that white dude. I don't know his name. Excuse me for me saying him. This white
Caruso.
dude, but
Are you talking about McConnell?
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
got to
I
be
like
that
McConnell.
dude. Look, he's got to be that dude too.
Like I said, Indiana has those anomaly games where everybody's excessively hot and then it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So what Indiana's got to figure out is how to get everybody on the heater so that you don't depend on one. You can move the ball anywhere and it scores.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not trying to depend on Halliburton because Halliburton, I tell you, his offensive game to me is suspect. So I definitely don't want to depend on
I
him
wouldn't give him a
getting
game
me
winner though because
buckets.
he's already shown me he can hit game winners.
Yeah, he can hit game with, but I don't want to depend on him because he's sketchy.
Hey,
Mike,
Halliburton he's real deal. Halliburton's real deal.
Nah, he's the real deal, but he's sketchy. I mean, his shots is like some unorthodox, he just throwing
And
up
we ain't never seen that
some
before in the
crazy
NBA with somebody shoot an
shots.
unorthodox shot and look sketchy. We ain't never seen that before. Come on, man.
Hey,
man, let me
Jim.
tell you, fellas, something. You got to credit that to that OKC defense.
Exactly.
They making it hard for him.
Exactly.
They're making it hard for him.
They're not playing fast. They like playing fast, but you know what? I believe OKC is making them play faster than what they want to play, which is forcing, and that forces bad shots because you think you're open and you're forcing a shot when you're not really shooting your best shot.
If
I
you
don't
notice
agree with
any,
that, Thomas. I don't agree with that, man. I think you only play as fast as what your
Oh
team is
no,
allowing,
defense,
what your point
dude,
guard is allowing you.
dude,
See, now to me,
defenses can make you play faster than what you want to.
yeah. But what I don't get is with Halliburton. To me, I don't know what kind of point guard he is. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, why you sound like me with Dak Prescott with Halliburton, dude?
Halliburton coming down there, man. He doing, man. Look, they just coming down there. They just throwing the ball up. Damn, no.
Hey, Jeff, don't he
Let
sound
that
like me
white
hating
dude
on
run
Dak
the point.
Prescott when he do that?
you do.
Listen, Jim. Listen, Tommy trying to hear me, man.
I
Let
hear
that white dude run the offense, man, and slow him down. Look, what's the head coach, man? What's his name, man?
What's the head coach?
Carlisle.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle got to slow that team down. I don't think Oklahoma City is pushing them faster than what they're doing. I just think that they just so caught up in doing what they normally do.
Man, I'm okay. You're entitled to that. But I'm telling you like it is. OKC is forcing them cats into some quicker shots. And they're not rebounding after they shoot the shot and miss the shot. They're not rebounding.
I would agree with you. They are not.
They're not working with it. That's attributing OKC's defense to making them quick trigger shots. Now, if you're making them, it's a whole nother ball game. But if you're missing them and you're not rebounding offensively, you're in for a long day. And if you giving up like you played last night and letting them shoot what they want to shoot, it's going to be a long day for you.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna tell you something else too, Tom. And you know this, man, off the ripple. Is this way when you running gun, that's pretty much what they're doing. You
Pretty
just
much.
running gun.
Pretty
But my
much.
thing is the ball, and they what they're doing is they throwing the ball Indiana. They throwing the ball and it's touching everybody's hand, but there is no purpose in throwing the ball to where they throw. I mean, I get you see you just throwing it, and throwing, but man, at some point and we keep talking about this, guys. We've talked about it with Boston and stuff like that. Siakam got to sit and put his butt down there in the post and get that ball down there and stop being catching.
That's what your other boys supposed to be doing.
Oh, Halliburton.
No,
I mean, not Halliburton, but Holmgren.
no, that's what your other dude from Indiana's supposed to be doing. Put his butt in the
Oh, talk
box.
about Turner.
Yeah, he should be putting his butt in the box and drop it down to him.
Hey, guess where you at?
Exactly.
Shooting them threes.
Exactly. And
That's because of that OKC defense. If you all look at everything that they throw inside the paint, OKC is swarming them. They swarming them.
why you think I said if you do that, you take Turner out of there, put him in the box, yeah, you can swarm him. But guess what? Siakam, number one, great passer. You can swarm him. He's going to find the open guy. The problem is when you find the open guy, are you knocking down that shot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're not knocking down that shot, it's a long day for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you're knocking that shot down, it opens up a whole nother can of worms.
You know, Oklahoma City defense, like people sit up there and think it's I mean, they're a great defensive team. Don't get it twisted, Jeff. But at the end of the day, there is a way to counter that. And like you said, Tom just said it, man. Pull more of your big men down in the post and then sit up there and catch it and then be able to
Collapse and kick.
throw the ball to the outside shooter.
Yeah, collapse and kick. That's what it's called. Collapse and kick.
Yeah. I mean, that's simple. Ain't it simple? Don't you think it's simple, Jeff?
It's simple,
Oh, it's
but hard
definitely
to
simple.
do.
Yeah, easier
Simple, but
said
hard
than
to
done.
do. Everything that's
No,
simple,
because you want to know why? You want to know why Oklahoma getting away with it? Because, see, Oklahoma still plays like the rest of the teams in the league. They sit up there and everything is about shooting a three and everything else and running off people off the
no, Holmgren don't do bad with his back to the basket.
No, I'm talking about like Indiana. You know, everybody want to sit up there and fire from the perimeter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
everybody think
And,
their name is Rasheed Wallace when you 6'10", 6'11". They think their name is Rasheed Wallace. It ain't.
well, I don't know about Rasheed Wallace. Man, I just
Hey,
say Rasheed.
hey, the one thing about she can take you inside and outside, but she can knock the shot down.
Mhm. See, listen, guys. So here's the deal. So
The
we're
River
talking
Deal
about
Road
Oklahoma City. What the offense that they're running and the defense that they're running. Could they run that against the Bulls back in the day? Or could they run that against maybe Golden State? The old Golden State. I
Now
don't think so.
they'd have tried to get in a track meet with Golden State and got blowed out because Steph would have shot them out of it.
Yeah.
Especially if once they added Durant, they'd have really shot it out of them.
But see, like with the Bulls, with Dennis Rodman and all them, they was gonna be too physical with them, man. They was gonna run the ball. There is no way you could run that off. I don't think SGA, he was gonna work, and that SGA might have would have got 40, 50. I don't know, but the
I
rest of
believe
the
Holmgren
team
would
was
have did
gonna be
his thing down there because there
down.
wouldn't have been no real answer from the Bulls down the box down there with that height and that shooting ability.
Man, Luke Longley, them, man, you gonna tell me they
He'd
couldn't
have
have
took
guarded that dude?
Luke Longley to school because Luke Longley's too slow.
Okay, guess what? They're gonna put Dennis Rodman on him.
He gonna shoot over the top of Rodman.
No, he wasn't.
Dude.
He was going. No, I guarantee he would have fouled out or something. Man, I guarantee he wasn't gonna be doing that against Rodman.
Keep in mind, dude, you're asking Rodman to block a jump shot that's a dude that's 7'3".
He did it before. He did it against your boy
Dak played against with his back.
On some
Holmgren can take
morning,
it
he done
outside
it
and drop
against
it over the top of
Patrick
his head. There ain't
Ewing.
no
He
answer.
done it against Elijah One. You name it.
Now,
He
who
gonna tell
stopped?
me he gonna do?
Now,
He can't do it against a
now,
skinny
keep in
white
mind,
kid.
in his prime, who stopped Elijah Wan again? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Didn't nobody really stop Elijah Wan.
He got quiet.
Okay, you got me on that one. Hey,
Come
but this
on,
kid
man.
is not no Elijah One. Okay,
No, he's
Dennis
not.
Rodman would have.
But
Dennis Rodman would have intimidated that boy.
nah, I think he'd have shot. I'd have figured out.
Yeah,
I
come
think he'd
on,
have figured out
Jill,
a way
man,
to
help
shoot
me
over
out
the
with
top
this.
of him. I think he'd have figured out a way to shoot over the top of him. Sometimes you didn't. Sometimes when you know your opponent is more physical than them, you do what you can do to take away what they can do. Rodman's thing is to body you. Rodman ain't gonna try to block a jump shot. When do you see Rodman ever try to block a jump shot? You don't.
What I know is Rodman is Rodman. He would have got into that dude that got into that kid's head. That kid would have been scared to shoot a jumper.
That's like telling me Rodman's gonna block Kareem Skyhook.
I think this is what I think now with Kareem. Now you going to a whole other level. I think he would have got into Kareem. Hell, listen. I think the Chief would have got into him though. I think it would have been a back. But we're talking about the Chief, man. We talking about him. We talking about Holmgren. Them two dudes ain't the same. Nowhere near that.
Exactly my point.
And listen, Dennis Rodman is
Look,
a five or six
exactly my
time
point.
All-Star. You gonna tell me a Holmgren to sit up there and do what he's doing right now against Dennis Rodman?
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Mike said, if you say so.
Exactly my point.
He went from Kareem to Holmgren.
Hey,
from an all-star. Just sit up
you went from an all-star defender to a guy that's basically third string rolling. Talking about you got to put an all-star down to shut a third string score down. Come on, man. That don't make no sense.
I'm just talking about, man. Look, this is all I'm saying is that you got to have a team that can actually score offensively and defensively. And right now, what's going on, man? With Indiana, they don't have the. I don't know. They in a mismatch. I knew it was gonna be a mismatch. We were just hoping for a good game.
You got a good game. Game one.
I don't think it's a good game. I think this game is just gonna go. And they should have won that game last time.
Game one was a good game. Indiana came back, fought them back, and won it.
Yeah,
it was a good game.
If you think about it, too, 19 turnovers at halftime,
and still
19, and I believe they had exactly.
So what you guys are saying? So what you guys are saying in 2 games? So what you guys are saying in 2 games? Even though Indiana won that first game, you still think that Indiana got a shot?
I still think Indiana ain't played their best ball, but no, they ain't got a shot.
They're gonna get a couple. They're gonna get a couple, Mike Jones.
They're gonna get a couple. They might get blown out for the next couple games.
I don't know, because SGA has his moments where he go to sleep too. Trust.
But listen, let's speak about your boy Holmgren. He gonna go off.
If he ever decides to go off, it's gonna be a problem. Turner gonna have.
He got Williams.
Turner gonna have a big problem if Holmgren go off.
All right, here's the deal. Oklahoma City is setting themselves up for at least a 3-game dynasty.
You think they're gonna win 3?
They could.
They could, but will they?
Who else is gonna fool with them? Indiana?
I'm gonna tell you like this here. You still can't rule out the Celtics. You still can't rule them out. Yeah, they got eliminated this year, but you can't rule them out. Never. They're too talented, too deep.
What about Cleveland?
Cleveland will be back next year. That's another one they got to deal with.
I don't know. Wait a minute. So Cleveland was supposed to be taken out.
Cleveland was supposed to win this whole. Cleveland was
Yeah.
supposed to win the East.
Mm-hmm.
What
Supposed.
did I tell y'all? Didn't I tell you when playoff time came, Cleveland was they was gonna choke? But I tell y'all every year.
And didn't I tell you when New York played Boston, New York was ready for them?
You said it.
Man.
You said it.
Hey, speaking of New York, guys, speaking of New York, what you guys think about the firing of the head coach?
Bad move. Bad move. That's what I think. In my personal opinion, bad move. Tibbs, although playing old school style of ball, got New York to where they was at, where they haven't been in 25 years. Not since the Patrick Ewing days and the Allen Houston days. When has New York been relevant? Never. So for them to get back into relevancy and then fire the head coach, not a good look. Because now you got to look at what the next coach is going to bring in as far as culture goes. And then do you have the players to buy into that culture that you're going to try to bring in? We don't know. Because
I
changing the
think,
culture can change how you play.
yeah. You know, I don't like that move. What I don't like about New York style of play was don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. New York did play better defense under this guy, and they was relevant for the what past 4 or 5 years. Um, the only problem that I can see, I don't know what you can do. I just think that I just don't think Cat was the best second option. I think you had to get another guy to be that second option. Let
You
him be the
have to
third option.
get another bona fide scorer to go with Brunson.
Yeah, and then I think for what they was doing on defense, I think they was cool. Other than that, yeah, and then his rotation, he's got to get that. He had to get that bench better, and that was the only thing.
In order to get your bench better, you got to do what? Play your bench.
Hmm.
You don't get your bench better letting them sit down and then talking about, oh, go play, and then expect them to score when you ain't gave them no confidence all year. It don't work that way. You don't beat an Indiana team going 7 deep, 8 deep. You don't beat them that way.
Oh,
You wearing your star
I agree.
players out. You wearing your star players 40 and 50 minutes. Why? For what? You got a bench. You pay these
Hmm.
guys to be on the bench. Why not play them?
Hmm. All right.
Because everybody else be like, oh, he's a scrub. No, he can't be a scrub. He got in the league and he made the roster and he made the playoff roster. So he can't be a scrub. He got to know how to play. Let him play.
Hey Jeff, have you heard who they trying to hire as their next head coach?
Word on the street is they looking at Jason Kidd. That's the word
Huh?
on the street.
Trying to steal him,
Jason
huh?
Kidd.
Trying to steal him from Dallas, huh?
Yep, that's the word on the street. They
Man,
asked
Jason
permission to talk with
Kidd
him.
is
Why?
not a
See,
great coach.
here's my problem. This is where your boy's supposed to be relevant. Mr. Mark Jackson is supposed to be relevant.
Hmm.
That's
I,
what I said. When I was talking to someone about that, I said this would be a good time. If they want to get a guy, this would be a good time for them to talk to Mark Jackson, try to get him to come out of retirement and coach
Yes,
again.
sir. Keep it in mind. The Warriors weren't the Warriors until Mark Jackson got there.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All this dude is doing is holding the reins and be like, "Oh well, we did this, we did this. We kind of run some of the bull stuff, but they wasn't on the market until Mark Jackson hit the market."
I'm gonna tell you, if you're like firing a coach, so your next hire which I disagree with a Jason Kidd. Your next coach needs to be that one that's an experienced coach that needs to take you completely over the top to win
And
that
Mark
championship.
Jackson was that guy. Mark Jackson
Yeah,
is that guy.
yeah, but I don't think it's Jason Kidd.
Well, don't get it wrong. Jason Kidd done took Dallas some places.
Yeah, but he's not won a championship. So I
No,
don't.
he's not won a
Now
championship.
I'm gonna tell you that coach that Milwaukee had when they won a championship.
Budenhauser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix just fired him, so he's out there. And then don't forget Denver's coach is out there too. What's his
Oh,
name?
they
Mike
let
Malone.
Denver let that coach go?
Remember Denver
yeah.
fired their coach like with 8 games left or something like
That's right.
that in the
Yep.
season.
That's right. They did. They sure did. That's right.
So
They sure
he's
did.
he's got championship experience. And if you want to upgrade to go with somebody who's won a championship and know how to do it, don't you think that might be the guy?
Yep.
Or the other guy that you might want to go take a look at is the guy that used to coach Boston that's down in Houston.
Who that?
Udoka?
Udoka. Absolutely.
How about this? How about this? How about you get your boy Doc Rivers?
Mike, don't you start nothing.
Hey, you laugh and you joke, but Doc won a title.
Boy, Doc,
You
Doc,
laugh and you joke, but Doc won a title in Boston.
Doc like somebody else I know. He'll set the country back. He'll set that team back thousands of years.
Well, keep this in mind too. It's not like Doc didn't keep the Clippers relevant.
He did. He kept them relevant, man. But listen, with
And
that,
how long had it
with
been since
The Clippers are like who I said they are. They are a team that's gonna never ever win a championship. So I don't care who you put as a head coach with the Clippers. There's only one championship team in LA, and that's the Lakers.
Lakers.
Well, then there's that.
That's that.
Because the Clippers ain't won a championship, so there is only one championship team in LA. It's the Lakers.
Mm-hmm,
You
yeah.
like that? You like that?
It's only one. There can be
Only
only one
one.
LA squad.
Mm-hmm. I figure you like
Hey,
it,
fellas. Fellas. Mike, I couldn't wait to get here, right?
Oh, here we go.
Aaron Rodgers.
Here we
Let's
go.
talk Aaron Rodgers. I couldn't wait for this. Aaron
Here you
Rodgers
go. Here we
signed
go.
a 1-year contract with the
1 year blunder.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
A 1
Yes,
year
sir.
blunder.
Thomas's team. And this is the veteran quarterback signed a 1-year contract for $13.65 million.
Yeah.
And he's got some incentives in there. The deal includes a $10 million guaranteed and can be worth up to $19.5 million with incentives.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is this a good move? They've been waiting for a quarterback. Now they got their quarterback. Aaron Rodgers kept them on pause for a long time. Now he signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you guys think about this? What's your thoughts?
I'm going to let Mike Jones speak on this first because I got a lot to say on this one. Where you at, Mike Jones? I know Mike Jones going to speak on this factually. Talk to me, Mike Jones.
Man, on the cool, man, for real. We talking about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, the old school that he's been doing this for years, holding people back, man. I think we think about the Jets. The Jets thought they was getting something, man, really good. On the first couple plays, he said he pulls a ACL or whatever he did.
Achilles.
Yeah, and then he strung out the Green Bay Packers for years, man. And I don't know, man, about Aaron Rodgers, man. He's a conspiracy theorist. I don't think his focus is on football. I don't know why the Steelers think that he is a good fit for this organization when his mind is not there. I mean, he probably gonna be there. People sit there and say, "Well, he's better than what they got in the quarterback room." Is he really? I mean, it ain't really much in the quarterback room, but man, dude, man, he's a 40-year-old quarterback. To sit up here, he struggles, man. I don't think man, he was good when he was. I think he's done. I think he's going. If they allow that man to be a starter for the Steelers, it's gonna end up having to be Mason Rudolph being quarterback at some point, probably at the second or third game. Because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna curb up throwing picks. He don't have no relationship with the quarterbacks and stuff like that. He just coming in just raw, like just sitting. He don't know the offense. I don't know what they want. Pittsburgh's still a tomboy. I don't understand what the heck you didn't draft Shakur Sanders, somebody to sit up there and run that offense. And you choose a 40-year-old man. Talk to me, big dog.
Well, you done passed the mic to the real Pittsburgh Steeler fan. All right. Here's where I'm going with this, and it ain't going to be pretty. We just went through this experiment last year with Russell Wilson. What did it get us? First round out. How did Russ play? Crappy. Was he even relevant in the game? No. Did you play Justin Fields and at least try it? No. Keep this in mind. Before we started Russ, we started Justin. We went 4-2 with Justin. Justin did his job for the first 6 games. You bench him. Granted, Russ won like 4 or 5 in a row. But when the rubber met the road, what did Russ do? Fold under pressure. Why? You got to play the Baltimore Ravens. You got to play the Cleveland Browns. You got to play the Kansas City Chiefs. You got to play Tennessee. I mean, you got to play the Houston Texans. You got to play teams that get after the quarterback, and you ain't got a mobile quarterback because Russ slow. Russ done. And now you put Aaron Rodgers, who's slower now with a Achilles problem. Now he's slower. And we still got offensive line issues, but you're asking him to dodge people at 41 years old, in which he think he gonna be another Tom Brady, which he ain't. Nope, sorry. Brady's gone. That story's done. 40-year-old quarterbacks is done. Especially 40-year-old quarterbacks winning Super Bowls is done.
Listen, Tom, you got a nice backup though.
Got a nice what?
Backup. Mason Rudolph.
You got a nice backup. Hey, Jeff, what's the name?
Mason Rudolph. Freaking Rudolph, dude. Now, truth be told, if I gotta make choices behind that, I'm taking Will Howard before I put Mason Rudolph on the field. Straight up. I'm going to take my Ohio State quarterback and make him do some work. Yup. You heard it here. You heard it here.
Hey, Tom, who you starting tailback?
Warren.
So you ain't got the big fella back there no more.
No, actually, I like Warren better than I did Najee.
So who your wide receivers?
That I'm clueless on. Because we just traded away.
Metcalf. You got Metcalf.
Yo, you got DK Metcalf. We got one other guy that we drafted out of, I think, Michigan, I think. But at the wide receiver core, we're hurting, man.
Hey, did you hear this? They was trying. They said since Aaron Rodgers is coming, they said that he reached out to the wide receiver that used to play for the Steelers.
Man, we are not building the Pittsburgh Packers. We're not doing that.
No, what's my boy that got in trouble all the time? What's his name? He used to play for the Steelers.
Are you talking about AB?
Yeah.
You talking about
And
Brown?
Antonio
Oh Lord,
Brown. And then Holmes, was it Holmes? He talking about he wanna come back?
You know, I heard what you call it. Le'Veon was talking about trying to come
Yeah,
back.
yeah, Le'Veon Bell wanna come back too.
I'm like, we're not doing the reunion tour, bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing it.
come on, Tom, y'all need some help, man.
Hey, this is gonna be the one. You know what, fellas? Take this to hint. Keep this in mind. Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season since he's been in Pittsburgh. They are trying to set him up to have one losing season and make him the scapegoat.
So you think this gonna be his firing
It's
firing
gonna be his
tour?
exit.
No, here's what I'm thinking. That's what they're thinking is going to happen. But Tomlin is going to shock them and still come out above 500. Watch. We're going to still come out over 500. And then,
In a
then they
division
can't
with
say nothing.
Derrick Henry and all and Cincinnati and all them, they're gonna come out over 500.
Yeah. Dude, we beat.
Tom, what you been sipping on over there? Some apple juice or what?
Okay, let me educate you. Let me educate you on Pittsburgh Steelers football, Mike Jones. When we had Kenny Pickett playing quarterback and we didn't have suspect, did we beat Baltimore? Thank you.
Yeah,
Did we beat Cleveland? Thank you. Did we beat Cincinnati?
Oh, y'all not
Thank
beating
you.
Cleveland this year. Y'all not beating Cleveland. Shador
Bro.
Sanders gonna beat the brakes off y'all.
Shador Sanders got to get a starting position first. He got to beat out. Hey, he got to beat out a veteran.
Hey, Shador, and then Cincinnati.
He got to beat out a veteran because Flacco got weight there in Cleveland.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey,
I don't know,
hey,
Tom.
Mike Jones. Look at this is their schedule, the Steelers' schedule. They open up with the Jets. they got the Seahawks.
I know. We might lose.
They got the Patriots.
We might win that one.
They got the Vikings.
We'll lose that one.
They got Cleveland. They got Cincinnati.
Cleveland, we might catch them early.
They got the Packers.
Now we ain't winning that one.
They got the Colts.
We'll win that one.
The Chargers.
I don't know about that one. The who?
Then they play the Bengals.
Bengals, we might.
And the Bears.
We can handle the Bears.
Then they got the Bills.
No, that ain't
the
gonna be good.
Ravens.
That ain't gonna be good.
The Dolphins.
That might be okay.
The Lions.
That won't be good.
And then the Browns.
Yeah, we still might bat about
y'all
500.
split with the Browns. I think y'all split with the Browns.
We might bat about 500.
Yeah, I think y'all split with the Browns.
I think we might bat about 500.
All right, how many games is that, Jeff? 17 or 16?
17.
17.
So I think
we can go 9-8.
9-8. Yeah.
I think we can go 9-8.
I think win the season. Another one.
Yeah, I think another win the season by the seat of his pants, 9-8. But we'll take it.
But the problem is does a winning season mean that they get into the playoffs?
Yeah, that's what the relevancy means.
Because you don't want to get in the playoffs.
My thing is,
not at 9-8.
This is my thinking, and I'm a Tomlin supporter because I support my black coach. Believe that.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? Just for kicks and giggles, what happens if he goes 11-5? What can you argue?
If he goes 11-5, that's the worst thing that could happen to the Steelers.
No. Number one, it's the best thing.
Especially if you win no Super Bowl.
No.
Because all you're doing now is you prolonging the inevitable. They need to get a quarterback.
But here's the thing. No. You're missing what I'm telling you. If he takes this team and goes 11-5 and takes less and does more, what does that say as a coach?
I don't care what it says about the coach, but what does it say about the
It's
team going
culture,
forward?
man.
Because you're trying to win a Super Bowl, and if this he won an 11-5 game, then they
But
still need to get a quarterback. They still need obviously it's gonna be something that's hindering that team from
keep this
being
in mind.
so 11-5. You think they can actually get in the Super Bowl with that?
It's been done. It's been
Well,
done.
okay, if
But
he win 11-5 and he makes it to the Super Bowl, awesome.
here's the thing: if you got to keep in mind, think about what you just said at the beginning when we started this journey. You're taking away everything that was comfortable, everything that was our stud, and get rid of it, and you still go 11-6.
Yeah, but Tom, but you know what? But hear what you saying too, man. I know you, and I know you as a fan. 11-6 and 11-5 is not the still a
I'm not
way.
saying it's going. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, what if it happens?
Well, if it happens, it's just saying like it's another loss, a bummer season to me for a Steeler. If
No,
that was the
I wouldn't
Tennessee
call it a
Titans,
bummer. I
that's
wouldn't
cool.
call it a bummer season, dude. You can't. Now we ain't even going there. You can't even compare the Titans to the Steelers, bro.
What I'm saying is
Can't
eleven and
do it.
five and
You
eleven and
can't do it.
six, and you don't make it to the
The Titans have not known winning since what?
But listen, what I'm saying, Tom.
Come on, man.
11-5 and 11-6. If you're not winning the National Football Championship for a Pittsburgh Steelers team, that is a trash season. I don't care.
But the biggest part of the season is number one, you got to survive the division, and we don't have the toughest, but we ain't got the weakest either.
But listen, what you're saying, Tom. If you ain't winning the division, if you're not winning the Super Bowl, ain't it a buzz for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
It pretty much is. But do understand this: the culture in Pittsburgh is not losing at all, really.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got a standard. And
Exactly.
we talking about if we talking about Mike Tomlin and we talking about Aaron Rodgers and stuff like that. Well, if he put him at 11-5, to me, that's not good enough for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I still think you got to go into that draft and you got to still get your
Without
quarterback.
question. Without
Yeah,
question. But
yeah.
the problem is the groundwork is if you go 11-5 with losing everything that you had as a starter that was relevant as a starter, and you still put up those kind of numbers and at least put yourself back in relevancy to win a playoff game, to make a playoff run, that says something.
I don't see it for the Cow. I mean, I don't. I say Cowboys.
Definitely,
I don't see it
definitely
for.
not that.
I don't see. I ain't even say the
Definitely
Cowboys,
not
man.
that. No,
I didn't
definitely
even say the
not that.
Cowboys. But see, here's the deal. You guys and the Cowboys is about right now on the same. Y'all got the same problem.
No, they got
Almost.
bigger problems. Their problem is Jerry Jones. That's their problem. Jerry Jones is shooting them at the foot at all costs.
My
Now,
thing is with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You talking about you gonna go 11-5, 11-6
that's a
with a
hypothetical. That was just a hypothetical I threw out there. I'm looking
yeah,
at us to go 9-8, maybe have the first losing season for Tomlin 8-9, 8-10,
yeah, yeah,
maybe. But
maybe.
hypothetically, I'm just putting it out there. Hypothetically, if he goes 11-6, 11-5, as with rebuilds, that's not a hard way to. There's nothing really you can say about that. Yeah, we might not win the Super Bowl, but you can't argue. You can't deny the facts about the culture and what he brings to the table.
What I'm gonna say with that situation is you can't sit and put that on the coach. Now, if that is your final record, you can't put that on the coach. You just got to get better as far as a GM and stuff like that. You got to get better players and stuff involved in that organization.
But
Getting a 60-year-old quarterback is not, to me, trying to win a Super Bowl. That's just not. I don't give a
no,
doggone.
I agree
That ain't.
100. I agree 100%. That's not the answer. But the answer to me, and this is just my personal opinion, you had a chance to get a couple of answers, and you didn't pull the trigger to get them because number one, you had an option to get Shador. You had an option to get Jackson Dart, but you didn't pull the trigger on none of them. You pulled the trigger on Will Howard, which, don't get me wrong, Will ain't bad, but he's not a Jackson Dart and he's not a Shador Sanders. But instead, your ultimate option, let's go get Aaron Rodgers. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. I'm just not with that.
And my thing is this, Tom. Pittsburgh Steelers are not the old Detroit Lions. They are not the old Cincinnati Bengals. You know, where you sitting and you waiting on an old school quarterback to be your franchise quarterback, at least for a year. Pittsburgh Steelers? We talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, fellas.
Like I said,
And they allowing an old.
Did we not sing this tune last year?
Yeah.
We sang this tune last year. If you didn't pay attention to the tune last year, what are you doing? The answer to me was let Russ go. You signed Justin to a big contract and you build behind Justin.
Mm-hmm.
That's what should have happened. Now, if you wanted to put Will Howard behind Justin Fields, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I can work with that. But they didn't do that.
Who is Will Howard behind them?
They're going to have Will Howard, I guarantee you, like you said, they're going to have Will Howard behind Mason Rudolph. Watch.
That's because Mason Rudolph knows the system.
Exactly.
He knows the system. Thank you, Jeff.
That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why.
Do you not think that that Mason Rudolph can be a better quarterback this year?
Mason Rudolph has had plenty opportunities as a starter to prove that he's a great quarterback. He hasn't shown anything. Now, granted, the last couple games he played in Pittsburgh, he showed out. He played.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the last couple times he played with the Tennessee Titans, he didn't show out.
See what I'm saying? You get the roller coaster ride with Mason Rudolph, and that's what I don't like. Go back underneath the rock you crawled out from under and stay there, because you're not an NFL. You're not an NFL quarterback. You're not.
Hey, if I'm the Steelers, I'll put Will Howard as the backup to your boy and just let him.
That's
learn.
what I would do, because number one, you got younger mobile legs, and you're prone to get better decision making out of Will Howard than you are Mason Rudolph.
Yep.
So why not?
And then I get to see what I got out of young quarterback. You know what I mean?
Dude, I would not be upset I would not be upset with us pulling a fourth quarterback in.
All right, and I'm going to tell you something else too, Tom, which you're going to see it. In the preseason, you're not going to see much of Aaron Rodgers.
No, heck no.
Not going to see
You
nothing
might see maybe a couple plays out of him, and they're going to sit him down because they don't want what happened to the Jets happen to them. Guarantee it.
So you're not going to see him play much. So you're going to see a lot of Will Howard. So you're going to see what he's got.
Well, you're going to see a lot of Will Howard versus Mason Rudolph to see who's going to be the backup.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get.
But if I got a big target in DK Metcalf.
Yeah, you got a big target with DK Metcalf, but I need my other receivers to show up.
And who are they?
They're not that known. So yeah,
That's a good question.
Who we got? Who we got on the other side? Because they got rid of your boy
yeah,
Pickens.
we got some sleepers over there. That's for sure.
Man, they got rid of your
Especially
running back. That's crazy.
since we sent Pickens to the Cowboys. Come on, man.
Hmm. Hey, so let me ask you a question, Big Dog. If the Cowboys start winning next year, will you be an American fan?
Listen to me carefully. Listen to me very carefully, Mike Jones. I'm calling this before the season even starts. The winner of that division is going to be the Washington Commanders.
Oh wow.
Watch what I'm telling you.
What you think about it, Jeff?
I agree. I've talked to some people about this, man. The Commanders are stacked. Them
Yeah,
guys are ready.
yeah,
They coming.
yeah,
They coming.
yeah.
They coming. Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah, your Eagles in a little trouble, man.
Yeah, they're gonna have some problems next year, bro.
Nah, the Eagles got this.
Look, look, look. And they added Debo. Come
Mm.
on, man.
They
Well,
coming.
we'll see.
Come on. And they beat them last year. They split with Philly last year.
Yeah, boy, they had issues with other teams though.
Yeah, but guess what? Philly found out they coming.
So is the 49ers gonna make a comeback?
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all
Detroit
that.
Lions.
I'm anxious to see what kind of culture change because they lost a lot of coaching.
What you just said, I want to see that too.
They lost a lot of coaching in Detroit, so I don't know how bad that culture is going to change.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see how they bounce back.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. A surprise team that you guys, Jeff, you might not want to hear this, but Chicago Bears.
Nah, that ain't the sleeper in their division.
Chicago Bears, man.
No,
They got
no.
I'm telling you, Chicago Bears, watch out for them.
Jeff Jones will tell you for fact the sleeper team in their division right now is the Vikings.
I think that's going to be a great division, but I think watch out for Chicago. Chicago won't beat some of them teams that are at the top that we think.
If your boy gets it, if they ever surround your boy with some talent, yeah.
Now they
Oh
loaded up.
yeah,
Chicago addressed a lot of issues that they had, man, especially with that offensive line. Man, Chicago, I agree with Mike, man. Chicago's gonna be a problem this season, I think. But that division, I always tell you guys all the time, man, the NFC North, me, man, is the division. Y'all might
yeah,
not
that
agree
team is
with that,
going to be rough.
man. You got any team in that division can go for theirs.
Yep.
That's about where
Jeff,
that's about where that division where the Cowboys is. The only weak team in that division is the Giants.
See,
That's the only
them
weak team in
Giants,
that division.
them
So
Giants can't catch a break, man.
can't, and that's where Russ went.
Yeah,
And you think that's going to change the culture with the Giants? Nah.
I
Russ
don't
going
think
to
so.
get broke
Not
up.
this year.
Russ going to get broke up, and they're going to be trying to find another quarterback. And they're going to be like, oh, he wasn't the answer. We told you that from Rip Street, son. Hang your cleats up, Sonny. It's time to go hang out with Shakira. You all right?
he said,
Mm. Anyway, though. Anyway, what's up, man, Jeff?
You all right? You all right? You
Hey,
all right?
hey, we got anything? Hey, Jeff, we stirring the pot tonight, or what's
Oh,
up,
what can we
man?
stir the pot with, Mr. Jones? Bring us a pot stirrer, man?
man, let's stir up the pot this way, man. I got something for you guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
I
Let's
got
go.
something for you guys. Who had the best jump shot ever in the NBA?
That's. Are we going past? Are we going current? Are we going all time?
Current, past,
That's Steph
from
Curry.
all time. Well, let's do current. We can go all time. We can go current. Whatever.
I'm finna go off top. I'm finna go off top of my dome. I'm finna go Steph Curry, and I'm finna go Dale Ellis, and I'm going to go Hodges for the Chicago Bulls.
What?
Yeah, nice.
What?
Hey, you don't like him? Tom, you don't like
Hey,
them three?
you know, Steph, yeah, definitely. I just
Steph is
had a nice
definitely
little jump shot.
Steph is definitely number one. But he had to pass the greatest to get there. Mr. Ray Allen.
All day Ray.
You can't forget about Jesus Shuttlesworth, bro.
You don't think Ray could? You don't think Ray and Dale Ellis would go at it?
Nah, Ray was pure, dude. Ray was
You don't
pure.
think Dale Ellis was pure?
No, Dale could shoot. But hey,
I might shoot you. I think Dale was pure.
so hey, if you go that route, so could Dale Curry.
Yeah. Who's your third guy?
Third guy, who would I pick for a sharpshooter for a third guy? Larry Bird.
Huh?
Larry Bird. Ain't no denying Larry Legend. Sorry, just the way it is.
You talking about? Okay, Jeff. You said the best.
Jump shot.
The best jump shot. The best.
When you say best jump shot, what are you talking about, Jeff?
I'm talking
Just
about when we
form or
talking
what?
form, we talking, accuracy.
Man, that's Larry Legend all day, every day.
Sure, we're gonna go that route, man. There's some old school cats that would rise up and kick their foot and shoot the jumper. If it
Oh
came
man,
out
if
their
you going
finger,
just off of pretty,
yeah.
just going off of pretty, the boy from the Rockets had pretty.
Yeah.
Calvin Murphy.
Thank you. Okay. That's why I was going with that. Yeah.
Your
A
boy
person can
from
pull up.
your boy from Seattle was cold with it too. Gus
No, no,
Williams.
oh yeah, Gus Williams. I'm gonna tell you somebody else can pull up with a nice jumper, which is crazy. You guys might not like it. I like Clyde the Glide jumper.
Clyde's jumper was.
Man, Clyde would get up. He'd get up high, and then he'd kick that foot. When he kicked that foot, that
Now
ball was coming
I'm
out.
gonna go with my boy because I can't leave him off. Grade 8, bro. Grade 8. 824.
Kobe.
That's right.
So you're right, nice. But I'm finna stir it up some more, fellas. I ain't heard none of y'all mention this guy, Tracy McGrady.
Tracy was sweet with it.
Oh yeah,
Man,
yeah.
come on, fellas.
Tracy was sweet with it.
Tracy,
Come on.
man.
Tracy was sweet with it too. Oh yeah.
And the other kid, what's the other kid? The kid that died in the car wreck, the foreign guy.
Oh heck yeah,
Come on.
Stojakovic.
Stojakovic, man. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
Stojakovic was sweet with it.
Come
Yeah,
on.
he was sweet with it. Yeah, he was sweet with it.
Man, boy. Sweetwater cornbread,
Look,
man.
here go another one everybody sleep on and everybody forgets. Thunder Dan.
Oh, man, nice.
Thunder
Nice.
Dan could shoot him.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, you know who else everybody forgets? My homeboy that played with Chicago, straight out of Dayton.
Who that?
John Paxson, bro.
Didn't know he was from Dayton.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yes, sir. Straight from the crib, homie. Him and his brother both, Jim and John both.
Oh yeah, that was a Jim and a John Paxson.
What you guys think
And
about
it's,
Dennis Scott?
Say what?
Dennis Scott.
Yes, sir.
Glenn
3D.
Rice. Glenn Rice.
Yeah. Now I loved his jump shot. His jump shot was
Oh yeah. Glenn
his
Rice.
jump shot was pretty.
Big
His
dog.
jump shot was pretty. Oh
You
yeah.
talking about a big dog now, shoot.
But his jumper was good too.
Are you talking about Robinson?
Yeah, Glenn Robinson.
Glenn Robinson. I think this is who you talking about.
No, Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice.
No, Glenn
Oh,
Rice that
Glenn
played for
Rice. Yeah, Glenn
Michigan.
Rice. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
shooter. Yeah.
No,
And
Big
then,
Dog was from Purdue. He had a nice jumper on him too. From
yeah,
mid-range.
that's what I thought you was talking about. A big
Big Dog
dog.
could work. That's for sure.
Let me see. Let me see who else, man. They had a nice jumper. It was
Mm.
like,
Oh, I can't leave out my other Laker. Golly. What? I can't believe I let him out. Byron Scott, bro.
Oh yeah, he a nice one.
I don't
Nice.
know. Byron was okay. Byron was okay.
No, Byron was nasty with it, dude.
I think
Byron was.
Byron was
Oh,
cool.
your boy had a nice jumper on him for pretty. Old
Who?
school Milwaukee Bucks.
Junior Bridgman,
Terry Cummings.
Terry Cummins. Oh yeah.
Oh man, we just had a man. We was talking about a conversation about Terry Common. Not me and another dude. It was just the other day, dude.
Hey man,
Uh,
Terry Cummings shot was sweet.
Brian
man,
Winter.
what
You
y'all
remember
think
Brian
about?
Winter?
But your
What y'all
boy
think
had the
about Tom
prettier one though.
Chambers? What you think
Tom
about Tom
Chambers?
Chambers? Yeah,
Chambers' jumper wasn't all that.
he was the first one who was really releasing it from the deep though. And
No,
then
no, 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 no.
you don't think he was?
No, 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 no. That would be Mr. Kiki Vandeweghe.
Kiki.
Man, oh man, that dude used to light him up. That dude used to light him up, man.
Mm,
Hey, but
uh,
why are we forgetting about the NBA logo? Because he had the purest jumper of them all.
Mr. Jerry West.
Yes, sir.
oh yeah, Jeremy.
Yes, sir. They didn't make him the logo for nothing.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else that could shoot that was it's pretty good, man. You might not agree, Tom.
What's that?
Mr. LeBron James.
He alright. I wouldn't say he's great. He's alright.
He's okay.
He's alright.
Hey man,
Look,
but
Jeff's old school dude was better than that. Sidney Moncrief.
yeah, sitting
Brian Winters, man. Do you remember Brian
Yes,
Winters?
sir.
Yep,
Yes,
I remember
sir.
Brian Winters.
Yeah.
I
Him,
remember
Rainbow
him.
jumper.
Him, Paul McKeskey, Jack Sigma.
Yes, I mean, we could go on and on. There's a lot, man. And I know there's a
Man,
lot of
listen.
guys even now.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what?
You got to throw Carmelo Anthony in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta throw Melo. But I'm
Klay
surprised
Thompson. I like Klay Thompson's jumper.
when he's on.
It's a
When
pretty
he's on.
shot to me.
Oh, it is
It's
a pretty shot. It's a pretty shot. But you know who else had a pretty shot? And we ain't mentioned nothing. He's one of the all-time greats. Mr. Reggie Miller.
Oh, man. How we going to forget Reggie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you somebody that I thought he had a good, nice jumper. Now he was a point guard, Stephon Marbury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephen.
yeah.
Oh, you want to go there? We got to go Mahmoud
Steve
Abdul-Rauf.
Francis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Stevie
Steve
Franchise
Francis,
is good.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Francis.
Steve Francis. Yep.
Oh, Stevie.
Man.
Hey, Stevie
Man,
Franchise
we can't
was
forget
that dude.
Penny Hardaway.
Oh, yeah.
Penny Hardaway.
Oh, 3D was the one that set him up, though.
Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
3D
But
was that dude.
I mean, this list could go on and on, fellas.
Man,
I mean,
for
truthfully,
real.
you know,
For real, it could.
it could go on and on. Fellas, hey, we've talked about it. It's been a real one.
We talked
If you
about
have
it.
anybody
We've
that
been
you
about
want
it.
to add to our list, stirring up the pot, who you thought had the prettiest jump shot in the NBA, whether it be current, whether it be past, let us know about it. Write it in the comments. We want to hear from you. Interact with us. It's 234 Sports Talk. We are out of here. Peace.
Y'all know how we do it. We out.